for yourself in the school setting. So if you're a caregiver, how do I advocate for my child? Or if you're a sickle cell warrior going back to school later in life, how do you advocate for yourself? And then I think, lastly, there's just lots of ways that we can all work together. We are creating programming, and I think what I'd like to close on is I want to put it out there, we don't want to forget about the caregivers. The caregivers are in this, and sometimes they're forgotten. But we're trying to work on some programming for the caregivers around mental health, because that's extremely important. If the caregivers aren't in a good place, then we can have some, potential issues for that person that they're caring for. So we know that they are extremely important, and we don't want them to be forgotten.
Thank you so much. Two things you hit on, caregivers and working collaboratively. It's so important. We're better together. Your presence is making a huge difference being here at this community forum. And I know from just working for hospice for years, caregiver burnout is real. With the hospice industry, over 35% of caregivers burn out before the actual person they were caring for. So the fact that you mentioned that lets me know you guys have done a deep dive into this. So thank you so much for that. Senator Powell, how can we advocate for legislative efforts that are crucial for improving access to care and research for sickle cell? We appreciate all that you're doing back and forth to the Capitol and so what can we do in this space concerning sickle cell as an advocate?
I'll tell you right now, the legislature, the members of the Florida Legislative Black Caucus are very engaged. We had our conference, our annual conference in Orlando around classic time, and we had another conference that we started having in in August. I don't know if we had that again this year, but it's called the Orange Blossom conference, where we also deal with this issue. And sickle cell has always been at the top of our list. When we talk about Florida Legislative Black Caucus, we're talking about 27, give or take, somewhere between 27, 30 black state legislators and black state senators who represent all areas of the state. You representing Palm Beach County in the Senate, Shepard Jones representing Miami-Dade, Parson Broward, Roslyn Osgood in Broward, Al Rusman in the Tampa area, and Tracy Davis, Geraldine Thompson in Orlando, Tracy Davis in Jacksonville, and then the state representatives running in, right? And it's always our cause to talk about the most up-to-date technology, including gene therapy, some of the other things that are coming up, what's happening in the world of sickle cell, and dealing with people who are working on sickle cell issues every day. We've got a working relationship with Dr. Bronte Hall, who has clinics throughout the area, and making sure that people are aware. The biggest thing that we can do is from our own community. We represent all areas of the state. So when I come back to town, I usually have town halls. And my colleagues also have town halls. Sometimes I'll team up with another legislator and we'll do town halls in Riviera Beach, where I'm from, West Palm Beach. Haven't really done any in Lake Park, that's not a good word, but we can. We have that ability to also bring in healthcare providers, bring in the Sickle Cell Foundation, and really discuss this holistically so that people have an awareness and an understanding. One of the biggest issues we saw when it comes to legislation, and I'll be truthful, Dr. Kerry Pickman, who was a former state representative, who was also the chairman of the Health and Human Services Committee in Florida House, when we were talking about closing the gap grant, and I went to him and I said, hey, please put my bill up on the agenda. So the way it works in Tallahassee is there's committees, there's committee chairs. All of the chairs of committees are the majority party that's in power. It's the Republican Party now. It has been since I've been in Tallahassee. So I asked him to put my bill up, and he had a problem. He indicated that, well, this disease mainly impacts black people. So I had a conversation with Dr. Corsi at the time, and Ms. Warren, and we brought in more statistics that it not only affects black people, it also affects white people and Hispanic people. But notice the tone. This is a person who was a committee chair in the legislature who did not want to pass a bill closing gap funding because he thought it affected one particular group of people. Now, this is happening in Tallahassee. These are the things that people don't hear about or don't want to talk about. And these are the things that we're constantly fighting for and fighting against. And luckily, I wasn't in the Senate at the time, but our senators are much stronger sometimes than the state reps. And I was able to go talk to Senator R.P. Joyner, who was a civil rights advocate and warrior fighter, who also went to FAMU. And she went over there and with me and made sure that that bill got on the agenda.
That's awesome.
I said, if you don't put that bill up, all your bills is gonna die in the Senate. I would warn you to be careful. I was like, no, why?
Well, it's important to know certain people in certain places that are points. So thank you so much, Senator Powell. Dr. Walker, what lifestyle changes can a family or patient make to maintain overall well-being while battling this disease?
So I don't want to belittle the type of disease it is. It is excruciating pain when there's a crisis. And as far as maintaining lifestyle, we say the same thing for all diseases: hypertension, diabetes, a good diet, a plant-based diet, stay away from junk food, stay away from fast foods. Fast foods will kill us. The factory foods will kill us. And so we say the same things that come from the ground, the bush, the vine, and those things that come from the trees. Those are the things that we should eat. That's the diet. Drink a lot of water, especially when people are having a crisis. Water, because when they go to the emergency room, they get hydrated and hydrated, right? So just trying to drink a lot of water for all of us, and especially those individuals who have sickle cell and maybe going through. Some people they know they're going through a crisis because they begin to feel it, and then it may subside with water. The other lifestyle change for all of us is the same thing: to increase our heart rate, to increase our muscle mass by doing exercises and doing those things that we like. Because if you say, I want to go to the gym, and you don't really like doing that, you say it because it sounds good, we're not doing it. We do what we like. So whatever it is that we like, and it's our heart rate up, you do it right here in your house. You can do this in your house. You can do this in your house. You can get your heart rate up in this house.
The excuses are gone. There's too many ways to get in these days.
You can do the exercises right on your chair, whatever it is. And so those are the things that we look at. Of course, we also, I honestly say this, for families who have sickle cell, people in their extended family or friends, we advocate in the emergency department because there are, like I said, primary doctors who do geriatrics, and we don't see sickle cell patients because they are already dead. They die from, they have strokes, they have heart attacks, they lose their spleen, they have all kinds of devastating things with their eyes and blindness, and so all these organs are destroyed, and we don't see them. We will because we have a cure, but we don't see them in our geriatric populations because they're already dead. Except for those people in emergency, like all right, but anyway, they're working. So we have patients that he's not SS, and he doesn't mind because he's an expert advocate for sickle cell. So he's an SC, but he still has crisis. So just be an advocate for your family. When they go to the emergency department, a lot of emergency room doctors do not give an adequate amount of pain medication. And some doctors who really understand this disease will give their patients who have SS a supply of medication that will be effective for them when they start the crisis. And so you're right, there is disparity here. There's disparity in everything when it comes to certain people. So by disparity, I mean they don't like people that look like me.
Absolutely. We're gonna thank you, Dr. Walker. Do we have time for one moment for questions? We got that time went by fast, right?